Today makes a month, I believe it was Sunday, on Sunday, free from nicotine. So that feels pretty good. Yeah, all right, video's over. I'm just kidding. So what has worked for me has been cold turkey this time, because besides kratom, which I had to taper down from that because it's just foolish to go from 30 grams a day to nothing. But nicotine is completely psychological, right? It's like 1% physical, it's like 99% psychological addiction. So that being said, after plenty of research of trying to like cut down from 5 to 2 to 1 a day, that would just blow up in my face, because the first excuse I had, just like everything else that I struggle with, it's kind of all or nothing, right? So yeah, that's what's worked for me. And in terms of recovery, today makes 112 days clean and sober, and I've been working with a sponsor who has a lot more years than me. Actually, I don't have any years yet, but taking the suggestions, reading through the book, meeting once a week for over an hour and literally dissecting the book line by line. Yes, this is a different fellowship key tag, but I need both, because when I sought to escape reality, which I did through drinking and drugs, I didn't care what it was. I just didn't want to be here now, right? So lefters, righters, uppers, downers, it didn't matter. I just couldn't face life on life's terms. But today, that's not an issue with me. You know, I have tools that I use, sometimes a lot more than others, like what I'm about to do. Nature, right? I've still struggling with the weight thing a little bit, I guess, but I intermittent fast every day till 4. That's more of like a preventative measure than a tool that I can just pick up readily. But I think I recognize somebody, and I'm at the beach, so I'm probably gonna recognize a lot of people. But yeah, what's helped me has been reaching out to people every day, regardless of how I feel. I get on my phone, and if I listen to the voice up here, then I wouldn't ever do anything, because my disease centers between my ears. So in order to get out of living from the neck up, which is what I did for so long, or the waist down, right? That kept my disease functioning and healthy and destroying me, basically. Slow suicide. What I have to do is things that suck every day, contrary to my lizard brain. So, you know, even if it's just getting down and doing some push-ups, or hitting 12 squats, or going to a yoga class that sucks. For the longest, it was coming out here in the ocean, because I was the only one, and it was like freezing cold, and now that has changed. But I still come out into nature every day. So it doesn't suck so bad anymore. So I had to find a different suck, which is the yoga. This is my second month of unlimited. So the hot yoga has worked, but the most important hour, more so than the yoga, is going to fellowship every day. So I'm on my second 90 and 90 now. You know, some people might not like this, but it's the things that we don't like to do that get us the results, right? Nobody ever got jacked from going to the gym for 1 day a month. So I continue to do all the things. I call people, I reach out to others, I attempt to help others, which I'm actually in the process of doing as soon as I leave the beach, at least extending a hand. So lastly, what else? I've found that in recovery, and still every day, to embrace the suck. That the only way to a happier, better life is to do like the people that I admire do, like my sponsor. like people with the kind of time that I appreciate, people that are honest in meetings and share things that at first I would be like, what in the hell is this person sharing that for? How can they not be self-conscious? But that's the level of freedom that comes with these practices. So embracing the suck and realizing that the only way to get anywhere is by seeking discomforts. So it's not just out here, you know, doing the physical stuff. It's the discomfort of turning to the person to the left of me at the meeting, turning to the person to the right of me, and then going up to the chair, thanking them all for their service. Getting on the phone and calling people I don't like or I don't particularly know, and building a bridge, making a friendship, forcing myself to do that, not just hanging out in the same patterns of behavior that are easy and mindless for me. So, on the opposite side of those weird, awkward feeling phone calls and handshakes and like going to new meetings and things, hey, there's a butterfly, what's up, buddy? Is extreme relief. There's always relief. It's discomfort followed by relief, discomfort followed by relief. And that's why my new way of living involves seeking discomforts. You know, lately I've gotten into my head a little bit of perfectionism, perfection paralysis, I guess. But I'm also balancing this channel and my recovery. As I've said before, when I first came out 2 years ago and started uploading to this channel, I did it every day. I hyper edited videos and I was focused on the wrong shit, right? I wasn't focused on doing step work or even like really my physical health for that matter, you know, or fine-tuning my diet. So, you know, in all things moderation, even moderation. So lastly, because I'm gonna jump in the water and this battery is probably gonna die soon. If no one's told you today, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. And I will link resources below for what has helped me, right? But you gotta want it. If you're on an addiction recovery channel and you're not doing the work yet, I suggest you get down there below and use the hotline, use the Zooms, go to aa.org and find a meeting and raise your little digital hand and say, hey, I'm new, somebody help me. Download the Meeting Finder app and go find one in person. That's what I do every day, is go to one in person. Find your sponsor, you know, eventually, and work steps. Otherwise, you will get sick again. The same person will use again. So that's why I do all these things that are outside of my comfort zone, because that's forging the new person that I strive to be, that is calling me into the future to be him, right? Lovingly. But it requires work. So, thanks for stopping in. Peace and love.